time for Wellness Wednesday. We bring in from the Okoboji Wellness Clinic, Dr. Bradley Meyer. Good morning, Dr. Meyer.
Good morning, Dave.
Well, this week is Wellness Wednesday, and at Okoboji Wellness Clinic, every Wednesday evening from 6:30 to 7:30, you handle a different topic, and this week you will do the same.
Right. We're gonna touch on a little bit more specifics on hyperbarics and brain health. So we first week out of the chute, we started off on the overview of hyperbarics. Then we got into gut health, and then we got into inflammation and glutathione. So we've been all over the map and continue to go down this journey. But hyperbarics is such a key part and modality for people's quality of life and wellness for acute situations and chronic situations. We've just seen so much hope and healing with that modality that we just got to touch back on it again this week and give some examples of how it works for the brain. And really the big part of that is the reserve. And what kind of reserve do you have left with your brain capacity when you are having stress on the brain? So we'll get into the details of that and exactly how hyperbarics work, blood flow to the brain, mitochondria, all those fun things, topics, and it'll be light question-answer session once again, and an opportunity to learn more. We're actually going to blow up the machine. That sounds horrible, Dave.
Yeah, it does.
We're going to inflate the hyperbaric machine so people have an idea what it is, and they get to lay their eyes on it and see what it means when I'm talking about turning up the pressure and what that looks like to be in the chamber. So you get the visual tonight.
So we've talked about hyperbarics before and some of the success stories that you've already witnessed, from dementia to memory improvement to inflammation. We've talked about it quite a bit for the use of concussion. We, as a matter of fact, witnessed it in our very own house, as you well know, with Lene's automobile accident. She had pretty significant concussion symptoms, and one treatment was all it took for her to have massive recovery. But interestingly, in the last couple of weeks with the Canadian wildfires and people suffering from the effects of air quality and breathing issues and struggling with those, you have discovered some success there as well.
Absolutely. We knew it worked really well for a lot of folks with chronic asthma and COPD, but a lot of times when you've got an acute stressor on the body, like you catch a cold or a virus, that goes straight to the lungs and you get an asthma exacerbation or a COPD exacerbation. Well, with these wildfires, that is our environmental trigger. And so I've had some folks in that were really saying, man, suddenly I just can't get a deep breath, and very uncomfortable. One gentleman that worked with construction, a lot of concrete dust exposure over the years, that he came in and we got him going on some red light therapy, which is a bank of infrared lights, and that is hugely effective for inflammation and healing as well. So we did that in combination with the hyperbarics for him, and he did several of those treatments. He continues to them. He is completely back to his baseline and feeling amazing. So, sometimes these asthma exacerbations, especially when the air quality continues to be a tough thing, he's continuing to do this because he just feels better every day. He has better lung capacity and not feeling limited from an exercise capacity perspective. So really cool to see that, and he was one of several that have come in with a similar instance with the air quality, and so thankfully in the clinic we've got the capacity to have a unique approach, especially for Northwest Iowa, southern Minnesota, to address some of these lung problems where it's not just a steroid burst of prednisone, which is pretty common to do. Yeah, we can do that, but if you want to try something a little bit more easy on the body and natural, and extremely effective, give that a shot.
You know, and when it comes to some of these issues, it's like going out and adding a pound every day. You add a pound, it's not that big a deal. Tomorrow you go out, you add another, doesn't seem like it's that big a deal. Well, 10 days down the road, you've added 10 pounds as you go out the door, and all of a sudden it becomes a little bit a heavier lift, and you don't even realize it's affecting you that much until it is.
Right, absolutely. And come in, we got a great team that will talk with you about the different approaches and help you recognize that I'm not up to my optimal standard and condition, and we can help give you the different modalities that we offer here, give you some direction and choices in the path forward that you want to take.
All right, so again, the topic tonight will be hyperbarics and brain health. Folks can check that out, 6:30 to 7:30 this evening at Okoboji Wellness Clinic. Doesn't cost a dime. You can check it out and ask questions. Maybe that sounds like it might work for you, and maybe you want to find out more about hyperbarics. Dr. Meyer, how do folks find Okoboji Wellness Clinic?
3305 Bergquist Avenue. We're just north of Fix Ace Hardware off Highway 71 in Spirit Lake. And I'm going to again be remiss if I don't mention Gene Benda. Gene Benda was our phenomenal dementia recovery that went from the dementia unit last year to golfing and driving. So we've had some tremendous success. That's why so many people are struggling out there with their brain's not firing right, brain fog, getting to the level where they're at a diagnosis of dementia, they're withdrawing from their family. We've had some pretty incredible success stories. So this is good news that needs to be shared, and so bring a friend, coming out, and let's learn more.
The fact that anybody could exit a dementia unit, that has just got to be the most amazing success story one could tell.
It's amazing, and I never thought that possible, and there it happened. And, we've got another dementia recovery in-house right now that we're working with. That person's having tremendous success. So, it's obviously, it's an obvious choice when there typically don't seem like there's a lot of options out there in the conventional world for memory recovery. Hyperbarics is a key cog in that brain health and memory recovery component. So we'll talk about that, some of the other things that we can do to help with brain cognition, because sometimes we need to do some other things. But wow, people need to know this good news.
Okoboji Wellness Clinic, hope and healing. And again, if we could get your phone number, Dr. Meyer.
Yeah, 712-339-6024. Give us a call, set up an appointment.
Very good. Dr. Meyer, thanks so much. We'll check in with you next Wednesday.
Sounds great, Dave. Thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you, Dr. Bradley Meyer, as we talk Wellness Wednesday from the Okoboji Wellness Clinic.